welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the Give Me Glow Butterfly Vibes palette. So if you want to see how I like the palette, what I think about it, and also 2 looks with it, then keep on watching because we're doing this. Listen, I got this palette from Monolith Cosmetics. Again, I will link that down below. I will link the official Give Me Glow website as well. Give Me Glow came, I think, this year to Monolith Cosmetics, and listen, I do wanted to try these so badly, and I just fell in love with the Butterfly Vibes palette. This one has 50 shades. They are stunning. Like, look at this. There are 4 shimmers and then 11 matte shades, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. The only gripe I have with this, and I think you can definitely hear me say that in the tutorial part as well as here, these shades are quite mid-tone and there is a deep brown to deepen up everything. And I miss a really light shade. Shimmer or matte would be fine. This yellow here is quite sheer. I have it on today on 2 different ways. If you do want to have the brightness of the yellow, then use a white base underneath, because otherwise it's just like, you can definitely tell I blended the orange here. I had here a white base and it's way brighter this way than it is if I just put that on my lid or in my inner corner. So that's just the only thing I not quite like, but there are some other lighter shades like this mint color or this purpley shade. They are beautiful, they are stunning. I think this palette is so pretty. You definitely can go in different directions, which I do appreciate. We do have more pink tones, warm tone pinks, cool tone pinks, like this pink and this pink. They are the same depth, but there are differences. This one is a cool tone pink and this one is more of a warm tone pink, and I feel like this is like really sad, to be honest, because you see that they're quite similar, but in reality they are not. This is really bright pink, and yes, it stains, just saying. This is kind of fun. Again, we do have greens, so you can go in a green direction, you can go in a teal direction, which I did today. We do have some neutral shades. I absolutely love this. I do love the packaging. It's not as like big as I thought, which is amazing. And listen, I bought this palette twice because the first time the cats were around my feet and I just thrown it to the ground, which of course shattered 5 shades, all of the shimmers and then mattes as well. So yeah, I'm trying to repair that, but I ordered this again, and I have to say I do enjoy this quite a lot. Again, there are some things you do have to keep in mind. The yellow here is more sheer, which means you need a white base underneath if you want to have this kind of a bright yellow. Just so you know. Again, this pink is staining. There are several shades, to be honest, that are pressed pigments. On the back there are the names, and there are also some asterisks here, and then it says indicate pressed pigment, which again indicated that this stuff is like staining. Just saying. There is, by the way, this is also cruelty-free, vegan, and made in the USA, so just so you know. Listen, I love it, and I think definitely can work with everything shade. I had no problems with using the shimmer shades. There are, by the way, 2 like shimmer pinks. One has a blue shimmer and this one has more of a warm shimmer. Then you do have this yellow green, which is stunning, and then we do have this really deep like blue to teal to gold. Such a pretty color. Like, listen, I could do looks with this all day long. I would be so happy to try that again and again and again. Just so you know, I am excited about this. I never tried Give Me Glow. This is the first palette I've tried from them, and to be honest, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. So yeah, I definitely will do more looks with the palette. I'm just so excited about this. But now I will give you the second and see two of the tutorials. This one is the second look. I absolutely love the second look, and the first look has pinks and greens. So if you want to see that, then just keep on watching. I'm so excited about this. I really enjoyed that. Highly recommend the palette. So yeah, let's go to the tutorial part. Welcome to my face. Today we are doing the first look with the Butterfly Webs palette by Give Me Glow. I am so excited. This palette looks just stunning, and listen, after throwing the other one on the ground, this one has to be perfect. Just saying. I do want to do, there are so many cool ideas or looks I could do with the palette, so I am not sure what I want to do, but I definitely want to use the pinks and maybe the greens. Oh, let's do pink and green look for the first, and then maybe like a teal-yellow look for the second look. At least that's the idea. Let's do this. We do have a few options for pink, and I think I will start with this one. They don't have any names, at least. Oh well, they do have on the back. Not sure. Is that Don't Bug Me, I think? This one? So yeah, let's start with that color. I will use a EO2 by Singe Beauty, and I will just like it's the first time using Give Me Glow, and I am super excited. Again, I ordered this twice, so hopefully that will work. My lid is primed and ready. I will start with the deepest shade, and then we can try in the next look to see if they build, and start with the medium shade. But now I wanted to start with the really vibrant, beautiful, like pink shade. Like, look at this. This is so pretty. I know, not sure if it is like comes off in the viewfinder the same, because in like, to me, this is more of a cool tone pink, a warm tone pink as well in the palette, but that's not the color, just saying. This one is the cool tone pink. And I absolutely love this color. I definitely want to use that on the lower lashes as well. I will just use one of the BH Cosmetics and Alicia Marie brushes. That's just a small brush. I will just dip in. These are pigmented, by the way. Like, look at this. And we will put that on the lower lashes as well. And now let's blend this out. Again, we do have several options: a cool tone pink, a more warm tone pink, and by the way, don't ignore my nails. And then we do have like a, well, this one is more purpley pink but cool tone. This one is more of a movie pink. I think for the first look, I do think I want to blend it out with this one, which I think is Cotton Candy Body Spray. Okay. And I will use the EO3 by Singe Beauty, and we will just like, okay. And then we will tap a little bit of the pigment off, just because I want to blend and I don't want to like put color down. So I feel, at least in my opinion, that works really well if you like tap off the initial like pigment just a little bit, so it's not too pigmented right away, and we can build some color up. I will also bring that a little bit closer to the inner corner. I plan on, and I will also put that on the lower lash. I'm still hoping I'm in focus. If I'm not, I'm sorry. I will also just blend a little bit underneath. Those colors work beautifully together. You can just leave it like that, put on one of the beautiful shimmers. There are 4 shimmers in the palette, so you know, but I will of course do it a little bit different. I do want to add green, and I want to add this green. We do have also mints that direction here, and we can also do like a just green look, but I just want to use this shade, which is a more medium May green, and this is limited to fit, I hope. And yeah, that's what I will use on my Cinch EO4. Listen, I'm obsessed with these brushes. I'm sorry for that, but also not quite sorry, to be honest. And I will just like put that on, and then I will like use that in my inner corner to like have a two-toned makeup look. And then I also will blend in a little bit with the pink, because listen, we're doing that. I will also like use the same brush and just the tip of it and the green color to also bring that underneath my lower lash line, just so everything is tied together. I'm planning on doing, by the way, 2 looks with the palette, and hopefully that will work and we are all happy with that. And if not, leave it down in the comments so I can do more looks. Listen, I'm super excited about this palette, to be honest, because I feel like there are a lot of looks to do with it. It is a more colorful palette. I will use, by the way, the pink again, the bubblegum, and I will like grace that into a little bit into the green, just so we do have a little bit of a point where they're met, like this. By the way, this is the first look, so I not even swatched this shade. And I think for my like lid, do want to use this shade and then maybe this shade. That could be pretty. So let's try that. And I will use, again, I love these brushes. Don't come for me. You can, of course, use any brushes you love. I will use the EO1 by Cinch Beauty, and I will use the shade. Listen, what shade is that? You Make My Heart Flutter, hopefully. Again, that is this shade, which is like a beautiful shimmer shade, and it has also some reflects of green. And like, look at this. This is so sparkly, and I will spritz that. And we'll see if that works quite well. I will just put that on the edge to the pink shade and to the green shade. I'm not going all into the inner corner because, again, I do want to add the green as well. And then I think for the next look I will definitely try to use the other colors, because listen, that's so pretty. Again, just swing that. This seemed to be a little bit more of a like a topper. I definitely can tell that I see still my like skin underneath, which is not a big deal. I'm just know that for the next time to use that I should maybe like put maybe the bubblegum color underneath, just to get more of the pink reflect. I will use the first shade we used, like the deep pink, and I will like just go a little bit on top of the shimmer. Mostly that will work and intensify the like deeper shade as well as the shimmer, like this. And then I want to go in with the same brush, just cleaning that up. I want to go in the green shade, which I don't even know. Is that Y2K? I'm hoping, maybe not. There seem to be green to gold. You can see gold. I see green. And we will do the same thing. I will pick up a little bit and then we will spray that. And then we try to put that on the lid. Oh, this is pretty. This seemed to be a more opaque shimmer. You can definitely see now that it is green gold. So pretty. That is so pretty. And I will, like I said, try to blend that in with the like pink shade. Like, look at this. So pretty. I'm not sure about the inner corner highlight. I don't feel like these colors are like too light, so I'm trying to do the yellow in my inner corner. We'll see if that will work. Probably not, but again, these are quite mid-toned deep, so we'll see about that. This is the yellow, and we'll just put that in the inner corner and just hoping for the best. That is light enough. Well, not really, but we will go with it. we will go with it. It definitely is buildable, which is nice. So now we have a yellow inner corner, we don't go to green and then to pink. Again, wish there would be at least one really, really light shade in here, but I mean, still is pretty, so I will do that on the other side. I will be right back. So this is the finished look. I added some Pink Spirit, thinking that is, yes, Pink Spirit by NYX. As you know, I love that color. You could also use a green or a yellow for the waterline. I also added some lashes, which I'm thinking are the Essence purple ones. Do I have them here? Like these. At least that's what I'm thinking. Should be. And I absolutely love the look. The only gripe I have is, again, that the yellow in my inner corner is not as light as I would love, and I don't think that there is any shade that is like light enough for my inner corner. I bet if you are deeper than me, that's not a problem. I think then the yellow or the mint shade would be fine. Again, the yellow is a little bit deeper, even though like you can definitely tell the difference from like the palette to my eyes. I think if I would have added like a white base, definitely would be better. Just saying. But other than this, I think this look is so good. And I didn't have any problems with the formula, so let's go to look number 2. Welcome to look number 2. Just so you know, the pink shade is staining. And by the way, yes, we do have on the back side some asterisks where it says indicated pressed pigment, which technically is staining, so I'm not surprised, but I just wanted to show you. I tried to now cover this with some eye primer. Not sure, by the way, I used eye primer yesterday, so just so you know, this could stain, and well, it did. So let's jump to look number 2. Well, the primer did not cover all, but I think that will work. We will be fine. I mean, listen, it's not that big of a deal. Normally the staining is going away in like 2 to 3 like cleansings. Cute, just saying. So we do have, again, a lot of cool like shades. I do want to start this time with this shade, which I think could be Nostalgia Feels. Probably, maybe, I don't know. Listen, could be not. Again, the names are on the back, but I do always have problems to read these because, I mean, how are they like? Are they like when you look at the palette, or are they like how? Listen, there are things to consider. So happy, I love it. I just want to use, like I said, we do use this tea shade, which is stunning, and we will do something with it. I absolutely am excited about this. I will use this small brush that I used yesterday as well, and I will go into, again, the teal shade. So just have a little bit. Let me pull in a mirror as well, and then we will go right here on the edge. Whoa, that's okay. Well, that's pigmented. Okay. We can, wanted to say fix that, but I mean, we will blend this out a little bit. I do want to use the teal shades as well as the orange and yellow. Like so, we have a thick liner, listen. Abort. Okay, we'll use a little bit of a bigger brush. This one is the Blend Bunnies B4. And this one is clean. I'm just like, put that a little bit into the blending mode. So that it's just a little bit of color. So like this. We will definitely, like, don't worry, trust the process. Just saying. So like I said, and then we will use the minty shade, this one, to blend that out. I will use the EO4 by Singe, just a little bit, and we will like put that on the edges, just so we have a little bit of color, not too much. This will be, I feel like more of a saddle look. At least that's the plan. Don't know if that will work, but again, we will blend on the edges with that shade, which I'm not going to find the shade name now. If you feel like the deeper teal was swept away, we will just add a little bit new. Again, same brush. And just bring a little bit more to the game. Just so that everything looks like it had a purpose. So that's a little bit like this. Don't listen, trust the process. There will be shimmers involved as well, but I do want to add a little bit more of depth, and I do want to do a liner-esque. So I want to use different hand. This one, like the deep, really deep brown. This is the deepest brown in the whole palette and the deepest shade in the whole palette. I will use that on my Sigma Flat Definer E15, and I will just like deepen up the teal with that. Now we will put that on my lash line. Again, there will be, that's freaking pretty. I do love these type of brushes because you can just stamp on the liner and you will be fine. See? Straight line. Love that. So, we just like drag the line back to the lid. Like, look at this. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty, and it layered, which is always a great point. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can always like do your own twist, put the line deeper, put the line upper, do like a tape there. We don't care. It will work. Everything will work. I will use the same teal again with the deep brush. I will like, don't put a lot there, and I will smudge or go on top of that just a little bit with the teal, so that it's like deep, a little bit deep, and then we do have like the light teal. I know this looks like a little bit different and a little bit strange, but I hope we can bring everything together at the end. Now I want to use the yellow we did yesterday and put that on like my inner part of the lid. Use the same brush as before, just cleansed it in between, and I will just add this here in the inner part of my lid. There will be an orange as well, just so you know, but you can of course use every single brush you love. And like, again, I think that this could have been a little lighter as well. I feel like this is, yeah, if you do a white base underneath it, I think this will pop really nicely, but you can definitely tell there's a difference in like the color on my brush and on my skin. And I think that if you're deeper than me, that will reflect as well. So this is not quite opaque. It's more of a sheer formula for the yellow. Again, if you do a white base underneath or a white pencil or something, that will probably work, and you get a way more vibrant way more vibrant yellow. Now I do want to add the orangey shade, and I will add this on my SOCIA 232 Luxe Classic shader. This one is a quite big one, but it also has like a quite like a good line to use, if you will. So I will put this a little bit deeper. Ooh, that shade is pretty. Like, look at this. Isn't that pretty? And I will drag this a little bit with no additional product. I will drag this a little bit to the teal, and I will also blend this with the yellow. Again, there will be shimmers on the lid as well. And I can, that's pretty. Listen, I would just say that I blend this, but I'm super happy that it worked out like this. Listen, I will again use a little bit of the yellow and just blend the edges. I feel like though this is like, look at this. This is like really, here is the color I applied, and then this one is, I don't know if that is the primer underneath it. Could be. But just so you know, that's not quite, like I feel like here in this, it definitely grabbed more of the primer. Could be the primer, could be the heat. Listen, it's hot in here. So it's not quite like one color, but I mean, so far so good. I will put the teal on my lower lashes as well, and then we go to shimmers. I just put the same colors underneath my lash line, and I blended, like I did a little bit of the orange, and I blended out with a lot of yellow so that we have like this beautiful gradient. I do absolutely enjoy this color scheme, even though again this is not quite like one color. It does look a little bit patchy. We will definitely go on top with some shimmers, and I will try on the other side if it is the same effect. Again, maybe that's a primer, maybe that's me. Just saying. For shimmers, I think I do want to add this color, which is a blue to a teal to a silver. I want to use this one, but listen, this is quite pink, which I will definitely then use this one, which is a green to yellow in the inner part, because again the pink is not quite in the color scheme. This one, by the way, is also a pink, but this one is a warmer pink and this one is a cooler pink tone, just so you know. So we have like two pinks and then more greenish bluish colors. I mean, I will not like be mad about that. I will though split both of these colors and we will go right into that. We will start with the blue to teal shade. That this one could be my lip gloss is poppin', at least could be. I will just put that, ooh, that's pretty. I will just put that in the middle of my eyelid, and I will like drag this a little bit. Again, when I graze the orange shade, this is a little bit going into the orange direction. Like, look at this. This is so pretty. So good. Now we're going in with the green to a gold shade. This could be You Give Me Butterflies, could be totally different shade. Again, I don't understand the naming on these. I'm not wishing that there would be names, but maybe they just have like not used names. And I will drag that also on the line to the more blue shade, so that we do have a little bit of a crossover, if you will. Like this. This is looking so damn pretty. I absolutely love it. Now we're using, listen, that is like the look. I do want to add a little bit of lightness in my inner corner, and I will use this Catrice, which is a dehighlighting duo pencil. Hero, this is 3 Moonlight, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's Moonlight. I will use the white shade, which is just a white pencil, and just put that a little bit in my inner corner, just to brighten up the yellow a little bit, so it's a little bit lighter. You can definitely tell this stuff is pigmented, and yes, it's on my pen now. And I will just use a clean brush, sure that this one is clean, and I will just like blend this out. Do like this quite a bit. See, it's like if we'd done that before, it would be now bright yellow. Maybe you should try that. We will have the bright, and then we will put that on top of this white pencil. It is definitely bright. You can definitely tell if you use a bright base like white. This would definitely be way more like we have it in the pan. You can see. If we had like a little more white or a white powder shadow, this would be even better, but we didn't, so everything fine. Like, look at this. This is so pretty. I will do that on the other eye. I will be right back. That is the finished look. I absolutely am obsessed. And I didn't have the same problem with the orange on this eye, which means that just the primer was probably just a little bit wet on this eye, which is a good thing. I also paired it with my yellow NYX liner. This is Cosmic Yellow. I absolutely love that. And I also wear the Kiss Muse collection in Noblesse, which I absolutely love as well. These are quite, just a little bit more, just a little bit my lashes, but 100 times better, maybe 1,000 times, just saying. But I love the outcome. I'm obsessed. And listen, there are so many color combinations. I didn't even try it yet. Listen, this color is stunning. You could do a just green look and then like deepen up the greens with the brown. That would be so pretty as well. And then use this one all over the lid. Or you could go like a totally brown look. We do have several browns, or even with the yellow, like listen, and the orange. Oh, that could be so pretty. I'm obsessed. Or I hope you are as well. Listen, if you absolutely love these like kind of videos, if you love my look, subscribe to this channel. I upload 3 times a week. I would love to have you in my small little YouTube family. And if you do want to see more Give Me Glow and other Give Me Glow, like listen, let me know in the comment section. Also, if you want a specific palette, leave it down in the comments. Listen, I do want to know everything about it. I do want to see which palettes you want to like see me using. So again, leave it down in the comments. I wish you a beautiful week and we see us in my next video. So bye guys.